90-Day Fiancé star Ben Rathbun scared viewers when screenshots of his 10 pages of texts to Mahogany were revealed. The 52-year-old Ben has made up his mind to spend the rest of his life with Mahogany, even after finding out she's 22 and not 24. From Mahogany's age to her apartment, to her Instagram photos, nothing about the Peru woman screams real. But Mahogany has her own doubts about Ben, especially after learning how he doesn't feel responsible for the end of his previous relationships, and expertly pins the blame on his exes. Knowing Mahogany didn't trust him, Ben poured his heart out in some really long text messages which she chose not to reply to, as she felt uncomfortable. As per Ben, the texts were him explaining to Mahogany how good his relationship with his ex-wife currently is, and details about his relationship with his ex-fiancé. "I must have written about 10 pages of texts, and I got no response," Ben complained to the 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days cameras on episode 13. Knowing that Mahogany has great fears about dating Ben, his next big step was to ghost her in return and not show up for their breakfast date. He wanted Mahogany to stop being on the fence and to not harden her heart against him. The same words were used by Ben in his long texts that flashed on screen during the scene. "My love for you grows stronger every day, but it seeks that God has hardened your heart towards me," said one of them. "You fear who I am and my intentions. But there is no room in love for that. Therefore this is not love. But know this, I do love you. I always will." Read another. A 90-Day Fiancé viewer Tiptoe Into Town shared a picture of Ben's texts to Mahogany on Reddit, while calling him out for being a narcissist who was indulging in love bombing. Fans saw how Ben's messages just proved how he's also blaming Mahogany for their failing relationship, in the same way he did with his exes. TLC viewer Pink Highlight revealed, "There was one text he sent, yes, I paused multiple times to read everything that said, 'Now I'm eating my food alone, trying not to cry.'" It appears Ben didn't go to have breakfast with Mahogany to teach her a lesson in the most manipulative way possible, because he had to eat alone and cry thanks to her. Fans mocked Ben for being 52 and sending such immature messages to a 22-year-old Mahogany, while using God and religion as a means to gaslight her, and having no self-awareness whatsoever. "I like her. She seems to have a good head on her shoulders. Ben is just so embarrassing," posted user Comfort Foods. Another fan, Strenuavritas, observed how older men like Ben often use the "I am older, I know the world better than you" in ways to control younger women in relationships. The common consensus is that Ben doesn't understand the word no and has resorted to dating younger women like Mahogany, since women his age would understand his manipulation techniques and not fall for them. "He legitimately makes me shudder with disgust," wrote Morbid Expire. In a later scene, Ben texted Mahogany, saying he wants to talk to her parents in private, which in itself is a red flag. It shows how Ben looks at Mahogany as someone young who shouldn't be a part of a conversation between adults. Smooth talker Ben might just be able to turn the tide in his favor by somehow convincing her father that he's the best person Mahogany could ever date. But the preview for the next episode also shows Mahogany's room's door being answered by a mystery man, which suggests Ben's 90-Day Fiancé adventure might have come to an abrupt end.
I'm the strip to Chloe, this trick that way. Come true, come true, come true. Yeah. Hoping and pray, hoping and pray. Come true, come true, come true. Yeah. Hoping and pray, hoping and pray, hoping and pray. Just to